Have you ever noticed how new relationships can feel electrifying? Like stepping onto a dance floor with a song you've never heard before? There's a rush of excitement, a sense of possibility, and everything feels fresh and full of hope. But somehow, despite the new faces and different settings, we often find ourselves tangled in the same old arguments, repeating familiar heartaches that seem to echo from our past. It's almost as if, without realizing it, we're handed the same script every time, just with a different co-star reading the lines alongside us. This isn't just bad luck or coincidence. It's a deeply human pattern, one that's rooted in our earliest experiences and shaped by the relationships we witnessed and lived through as children. We're drawn to what's familiar, even when it hurts us, because the known feels safer than the uncertainty of something new. Our hearts crave comfort, even if that comfort comes from old wounds. So we repeat the same dance of love and conflict, moving through the steps we know by heart, secretly hoping that this time, the ending will be different, that we'll finally get it right. Most of the time, we're not actually chasing heartbreak. Instead, we're trying to resolve an old story, to heal something unfinished from long ago, and to finally find the acceptance or love we once missed. Understanding this pattern is the first step toward breaking free. It's about looking inward with compassion, not blaming ourselves or our past, but gently exploring the roots of our choices. The very patterns that once trapped us can also become the keys to our freedom, if we have the courage to see them clearly, and the willingness to choose a new way forward. So, are you ready to step onto the floor and choose a new dance? One that's truly your own? Our families are our first teachers in love. Before we ever step into a classroom or make our first friend, we learn about connection, trust, and care from those closest to us. The way our parents or caregivers express affection, handle disagreements, and show support becomes the blueprint for how we understand love. We absorb lessons about affection, conflict, and safety from the emotional climate of our childhood homes. Every hug, every argument, every moment of comfort or tension leaves a mark, teaching us what to expect from others and how to respond to our own feelings. If love was scarce or affection withheld, we may grow up uncomfortable with intimacy, seeking partners who feel distant. Sometimes, we might even find ourselves repeating old patterns, not because we want to, but because they feel familiar and safe, even if they hurt. If home was chaotic, we might crave drama, mistaking intensity for love. The noise and unpredictability can become what we unconsciously seek out, confusing emotional turbulence with passion or care. These early imprints shape our expectations and choices in adulthood. They influence the partners we choose, the boundaries we set, and the ways we communicate our needs and desires. We're not doomed by our upbringing, but we are shaped by it. With awareness, we can begin to rewrite our story, choosing new ways to give and receive love. Recognizing these patterns isn't about blaming our parents, it's about understanding ourselves. It's about compassion for where we came from, and curiosity about where we want to go. The first step to change is seeing the difference between the love we learned and the love we want. This awareness opens the door to growth and healing. Only then can we consciously create healthier relationships, building connections that are nurturing, supportive, and truly loving. So take a moment to reflect. What did your first school of love teach you, and what do you want to learn next? We all carry stories about love, beliefs shaped by culture, family, and past heartbreaks. Maybe you believe you must fix your partner to be worthy of love, or that you're destined for disappointment. These stories quietly guide our choices, often leading us into the same painful patterns. The problem: we forget we're the authors. To break free, we must question these narratives. Are they really true, or just old scripts we keep repeating? Challenge the belief that you must earn love, or that you're unworthy of kindness. Rewriting your story starts with recognizing you have the power to change it. What story about love are you ready to let go of? Beneath our conscious desires lie deeper, often hidden, emotional needs, like safety, validation, and connection. When unmet, these needs drive us toward relationships that promise fulfillment, even if they're unhealthy. We might chase validation from critical partners or mistake possessiveness for love. These patterns aren't about intelligence, they're about self-awareness. No partner can fill a void that only you can address. The key is to identify your core needs and learn to meet them yourself. Only then can you stop demanding that someone else complete you. What are you truly seeking in love? The first step to change is seeing your pattern. Our habits are so ingrained, we often miss the common threads in our relationships. Take an honest inventory. Who were your past partners? What drew you in? How did things end? Look for recurring roles: caretaker, pursuer, distant one. Notice the similarities in your choices and conflicts. This isn't about self-blame, it's about connecting the dots. Recognizing your pattern takes away its power. It's no longer fate, it's a mechanism you can change. Growth begins when you ask, why am I drawn to this dynamic? Seeing clearly is the moment you become an active participant in your own story. Are you ready to see your pattern? Once you spot your pattern, it's time to rewrite your script. This means taking an honest look at your habits and choices and deciding which ones no longer serve you. Change starts with awareness, but it grows with intention and action. Take a conscious pause, maybe a break from dating, to focus on yourself. Use this time to reconnect with your interests, rediscover what brings you joy, and nurture your own well-being. It's not about isolation, but about giving yourself space to heal and grow. Practice self-validation if you crave approval. Remind yourself that your worth isn't defined by others' opinions. Try daily affirmations, or simply acknowledge your efforts and progress, no matter how small. Learn to enjoy solitude if you fear being alone. Spend time doing things you love by yourself. Read, explore, or just relax. The more comfortable you become in your own company, the less you'll settle for unhealthy connections. When you return to dating, be wary of old chemistry. It's often the old pattern calling. Instead, pay attention to how someone treats you over time. Seek qualities like consistency, kindness, and emotional availability, even if they feel unfamiliar or less exciting at first. Setting boundaries is essential. Say no without guilt, and remember that your needs matter. Boundaries protect your energy and help you build healthier relationships. Speak up when something feels wrong. Your voice deserves to be heard, and expressing your feelings is a sign of self-respect. Boundaries aren't walls, they're gates you control. You decide who and what you let in, and when it's time to close the gate for your own peace. Each time you uphold a boundary, you reinforce your self-worth. Over time, this builds confidence and teaches others how to treat you. Change feels awkward at first, and it's normal to feel uncertain or even scared, but every small step forward is progress. That discomfort means you're growing. Embrace it as a sign that you're moving beyond your comfort zone and into a healthier, happier future. Remember, you're not waiting for someone to fix you. You're actively creating a new way of loving, starting with yourself. Invest in your own growth and happiness. The power to change your relationship story is in your hands. Every choice you make shapes your future. What's one step you can take today? Even the smallest action can set big changes in motion. Your future self will thank you for the courage and care you show yourself now. Breaking free from old patterns takes courage. It means facing uncomfortable truths and tolerating the awkwardness of new behaviors. Change isn't a one-time event. It's a daily practice of choosing differently. The goal isn't a perfect relationship, but better problems and healthier dynamics. You are the author of your story. The past wrote the early chapters, but the pen is now in your hand. Commit to your own growth and choose self-awareness over comfort. When you feel the pull of the familiar, pause and remember. You know how that story ends. The most radical act is to put down the old script and write a new one. Your future self, living a love story you're proud of, will thank you. The choice is yours.